Hello, Reagan here. So I decided to throw together a little Halloween craft. I actually blamed Lipstick Legion Crafts for this one. She was doing hashtag LLC $21. I don't know. I'll have to look it up. I'll put it on the screen because I'm recording on my phone and I can't open anything else or the world will explode. But I decided I wanted to make a little Skelefairy. So I'm using this little dollar store stuff. Some of it's stuff that I've had laying around for a couple of years. These skeletons, I bought a whole bunch of them. And I only had like 2 left. And this is one of the last 2 that I had. I probably bought these I'd say like 5 years ago at Dollar Tree. The butterflies I also got at Dollar Tree a couple years ago. I'm just airbrushing everything because I didn't feel like going outside and using a rattle can. And I'm just using some cheap airbrush paint, something I ordered off of Amazon, but you know, you can probably use it with anything or whatever. I don't really care for the finish that they have, so. And these are some little, you know, little model train people. That's what this guy is one of the little model train people. I ordered a big bag of them on Amazon year before, and they were just like so poorly painted or whatever. I mean, they were cheap, so I really can't complain. I prime them and paint over them when I use them. This, of course, is a wooden plaque from Dollar Tree. And again, just spray painting all the things black. Yeah, I don't even remember what brand of paint this is, but it sprays pretty easily on my cheapo airbrush that I'm using here. It's like, it's the one that I got with, like, it came with a compressor or whatever. It was like 3 airbrushes and a compressor for $70 or $80 on Amazon, I want to say. Like I said, it's just as easy to rattle can this stuff. And my dog snores really loud, so just be prepared for a lot of weird noises in the background. But I got everything painted down. I didn't paint the back of this because it's gonna hang on the wall and probably end up leaving that on. It'll leave black marks if I paint the back of it. It might, because it's cheap paint. And then I decided to paint monarch butterfly wings for my little Skelefairy because orange and black. And I don't know what it is, but lately, not just because of Halloween, because it happened in the spring, but I all of a sudden fell in love with the color orange. And I think it's because I was watching this video talking about like color theory in film, which I'm a film school dropout, but and it was just like that reminder. They were talking about like action movies or whatever. It's like orange and teal or action colors, you know. And I was like, action colors. Yeah, that's what I need in my life. Action colors. I don't want to live my life like an action movie. I like things a lot more boring than that. But it was just the idea of like, you know, movement and colors. So I said I renewed my love for the color orange, and I've been incorporating all kinds of things, which is perfect for Halloween. I'm very excited about that. And now just to figure out how to keep going with the color orange after fall is over. I will find a way, get real creative when it comes to trying to figure out a way to orange up my Christmas season. It's gonna work. It's totally gonna work. I'm sure of it. I'm 1000% sure. But yeah, so I just, gave these guys a little monarch paint and made them cute. If you notice, I sound a little congested today. I don't know, I've got some kind of a weird thing going on. I felt like I was getting a cold and then it went away and then it kind of came back, and I don't know, it's been back and forth. I don't know if it's allergies. We've had a lot of wind the past couple days and I went out for a walk, which is probably what it is. I don't think it's anything crazy, but I'm all vaccinated and stuff, so I don't think it's anything too nuts. I'm pretty sure that I'll be fine. I don't have a fever or anything. I just sound like absolute crap and randomly cough and sneeze. That's kind of my life. Every time there's any change over like 10 degrees in the temperature, I'm sick. So that's just how it works out for me. Besides that, though, I've been doing pretty good, and the cats are doing good. And we've just been hanging out, and I'm finally starting to get some more craft stuff done. I've been working on a lot of things because I'm working on a wedding dress for a friend, but I've been like, I airbrushed it outside, and I'll show pictures and stuff once I get done with it, but it's been kind of a slow process. I had some other things going on, and like health-wise, my doctor was trying to help me by giving me a new medication that ended up having the opposite effect. I thought for sure I was going to die, but I didn't die. Obviously, I'm here right now, so I'm still continuing to life along. But it kind of threw everything off as far as getting anything done in life, pretty much, and put me behind a couple weeks. Then I started physical therapy, and then I stopped going to physical therapy because a lot of reasons, but mostly because like there's so much other stuff going on, and then I'm not feeling well, and I don't want to go there and possibly get people sick, obviously, because I don't know what this is, and I don't think it's anything contagious, but just in case, I don't want to take any risk of, you know, infecting anyone. So but I'm going to see if I can do virtual visits with them, and hopefully that will be a possibility, because I'm just stretching and trying to get my neck right, because I've been like dizzy and weird and weirder than normal. It's been kind of a pain, and I have a lot of sewing and stuff to do because I'm still last minuting some Halloween costumes. I haven't even decided what I'm going as this year. No clue. Not even a thought in my head. So I got these done. For some reason, my brain couldn't mirror the look of one to the other. Does that make sense? Like I was painting them, and then I was like, okay, well, I'll just repeat that on the other one. And it was like the hardest thing for me to try to match one wing to the other. It just wasn't working in my head. For the skeleton, like I said, I don't like the color that they are from the dollar store. I don't like the plastic color, and it's kind of like shiny, and it bugs me, and I like them really matte. So what I do is I black prime, and then I start off with, I think this is like chocolate brown, and then I'll work my way up and use like a khaki or something like that, and then I usually end on either parchment or an actual white, so that it, like bright white, for the highlights. And I just dry brush everything with a cheap brush. For some of my larger stuff, I use like a big blush makeup brush. Works great for dry brushing. It's really easy. And every once in a while you notice the camera kind of shake because I give it a good old whop because I'm recording on my phone, and I kept hitting it with my with my brush handles, and I was so irritated. I don't know how I didn't just like knock that thing completely off my desk. I tried. Not intentionally, obviously. Very, very frustrating. So irritated with myself. But yeah, just giving everything a nice little dry brush, and basically I just go really heavy-handed with the darker layers, the first layers, and then as each time I go with a lighter paint, I go with a little bit lighter of a hand, so that I'm only catching the higher points and not getting like way down into the details, because that's the whole idea, is that I have the the highlights highlighted and the darker parts shaded well. So yeah, and then like I said, I went all the way up to the parchment. There's just apple barrel paints. They work great. They're fantastic. They get the job done, and perfect for this kind of craft. I don't really use them when I do like mini painting for like tabletop stuff, because I'm usually looking for something that's a little bit heavier pigmented, because I want to water it down so I can really get the details and stuff in. But when I'm just general crafting, this is like perfect. This paint goes a long way. Also, it does good for terrain and stuff because I seal it all in. And then I'm just gonna huck the little wings on. I didn't bother painting the back of the wings with the monarch detail because this is going on a plaque. So there was really no point to do that. And then I painted the guy. I gave him some blue jeans and a red shirt because funny, because poor red shirts. But I figured it would be kind of cute to give my little specimen a specimen of its own. So I gave him a little jar, him or her, I don't know, a little jar and a little specimen to carry. My phone is ringing, which figures, but I'm trying to record, so it's just gonna have to be great. But yeah, I really I got a little carried away. I've done quite a few like pumpkin carvings and stuff like that. I haven't really been recording things. I've been posting some pictures on Instagram of some of the stuff that I've been making, but my crafting has been kind of sporadic, and I really haven't had the opportunity to like record video or do anything like that because, like I said, my health has been a little wonky, and then a few other things have been going on, and it's just been kind of back and forth. But I've been keeping myself busy, so at least there's that. That's the important part. And I'm still having fun, regardless of whether or not I'm being actually productive. But at least I did remember to actually turn on the camera and record this, which was a big start. See, and then I was trying to figure out placement. And then I was trying to figure out, like, I was going to, like, grab my heat gun and kind of melt the arms in a better position or something. But I don't know. I just kind of figured, it'll be fine. I didn't want to go through too much of that and keep it kind of simple and just glue things together. These little glass jars also came from Dollar Tree, and I also ordered some online too from Etsy that were really cheap. They couldn't have been more than like $2 or $3, but I use a lot of those little jars for all different types of things. I really enjoy them around for crafts and stuff. So then for the plaque that I use as a base for everything, I'm just taking some orange and a little bit of white and then some purple. Get those Halloween colors going. And just dabbing it on with a sponge that, once again, I got from Dollar Tree, just to give it some detail. And then I had a little tube of Rub and Buff laying around that got a hole in it, so it's like wrapped in tape. And I was smart enough to remember to put gloves on this time, because Rub and Buff isn't just like the cheap acrylic paint or whatever. That stuff is like horrible. It's really got a really strong chemical smell. And I've actually rashed out my skin before getting it on my hands. So I'm a little more careful not to put super wet Rub and Buff all over my hands. So I really try really hard not to do that. So got that, and then I had these pieces of fern that were left over from a floral arrangement that I did for somebody in artificial flowers a few months ago. I guess in the spring I did it. It was a big monster thing. Anyway, so I just had those lying around. They were just extra pieces. So I glued those on, and then I hit up my terrain box. The box has got a bunch of different types of mosses and things, and once again, there's stuff that I got from the dollar store or Walmart, and some of them came from like Joann's or whatever. When I get a chance, I pick up that stuff and kind of keep it on hand because I use it for all different types of things. So getting everything glued down, and I was gonna do a little more and put some like other things on here, but by the time, like, this is all sped up, but by the time I got to this point, I had been working basically nonstop without getting up out of my chair for about 2 hours, and my butt was numb. So, so I was trying to hurry up. I kept like stopping and like getting ready to get up and go, do something else or walk around or lie down for a little bit or whatever. And then I would find myself going, oh, I just couldn't get this next part done. And then I was just like stiff and sore from going so long without getting off on my buns. But I did power through. I got everything finished and put some little mosses and goodies and stuff on there. And I like the way it turned out. I think it's cute. It makes me happy. And I love the little specimen in the jar. I think that's my favorite part. So there you have it. Thanks for watching. And if you like what I do the thing. Click the subscribe button, bell notification. I'm really sporadic with my upload schedule, but I'll be around. So yeah, talk to you later.